forward that bit, because that also might be a little funny thing. It's like you guys are reading off.
That's her plane ticket for.
Oh, to give to Mr. Matt?
He literally told you they make a plane ticket.
Oh yeah, because you guys pantomimed your ticket.
I have paper also.
Gotcha. Do that. Oh, cute. Alright, friends. I'm gonna do a really quick picture. When Matilda sits down. Oh yeah, let's do a huge group picture. Big smiles. Oh, perfect. Thank y'all. Yeah, Lawrence. Woohoo. Raise your hand if you're excited. Oh, raise it higher. I'm excited. I'm really excited, y'all.
Okay, good job. Thanks. Very fashionable. Don't have a ticket.
Cute.
It says that kids are, but whatever. Actually, put 7 on it. Put like 7 or something. And put flight 7 or something like that, or on the back or something.
Jack, you ready?
Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kids Script Showcase. Quick piece of housekeeping. There is one of those things that happens at the beginning of shows where they say, please do not unwrap your candy at the beginning during the show because it makes a bunch of noise. I'm noticing that the popcorn bags make that same noise, so be respectful because sometimes the kids might not be as loud as me. We gotta hear that. In fact, usually I just don't let popcorn
Right,
in,
guys,
so.
the kids aren't as loud as him.
Good, Brian.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's first thing. Second thing is I want to talk a little bit about the whys behind our showcase. So we teach truth, we teach listening, and connectivity here at the studio. We believe in mastering your life through the craft of acting. So we do those things all in this year, and then it repeats and it repeats. And the people who come back find themselves to be completely transformed by the time we get back to a similar topic. So then it's like, oh, I'm a totally different actor than I was the first time I went through this process. And maybe now you're the experienced person in the room, and there's someone else who's brand new, and you get to help them, lift them up, and then that makes you stronger by you helping somebody else. So it's a progressional program that's designed to impact your life, and of course, the fruits along the way of impacting your life are sometimes acting jobs and going into acting professionally. That is definitely something that has happened and will continue to happen here, but our main focus is to enhance your life. So that being said, the showcase is really a timestamp for you to evaluate yourself. So this is for you kids and for you parents to do with the kids. You want to watch the showcase back, and you're going to evaluate yourself and say, this is where I am right now in the process. Then you compare that to 3 months from now when you do the showcase again, and 3 months from then when you do the showcase again. And when you get back to the comedic section, you should have footage that you get to refer back to, and now you can go, oh, wow. Sometimes it feels like grass growing, but when I get to step back for a second and see the process really work, it's amazing. I was explaining to Brian, because my kids have just now started getting into sports, so I'm now a new sports dad, so it's a new world for me. And we're a part of a couple different leagues, and we accidentally signed up for club basketball. It was a total accident. Didn't know what, it was like, it was at our church, so we're like, oh, it's probably just like kind of fun. And next thing you know, we got 2 practices a week, we got games all the time, it's like insane, right? And so, and I was listening to the coaches, and I'm like, oh, we're the club for acting. Like, we're the club sport of acting. That's really what we do. So there's the other leagues that are more fun and more kind of like, oh, this is like the show. And this one is like the work. This one makes you better. So my son Jack, who's actually running the booth, he's the one that fell into the club ball. And this is kind of bringing this up for a reason. So it could feel like grass growing. You see them out there just kind of getting yelled at by the coaches, and they're just getting adjusted, and they're loving them the best way they can. And you just see them kind of doing their thing, but you don't get to see the progress. Well, he was a part of a league before we started, and it was like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months before he came back and saw those kids again. The first time he played with those kids, the kids he used to play with, they didn't want to play with him anymore because he was too good. But in the club, it's like, it just looks like he's struggling out there. So that's what I want you to put your mind around, this idea of we're just like doing this start, stop, mastery level training, and then you get to put it into practice in all kinds of different ways, whether it be plays, movies, you name it. Or even just like in your confidence at home and future jobs and all that kind of stuff. So that is our purpose. It's why we exist, and it's why the showcase exists. So it's in your best interest to, after the showcase, fill out the evaluation form, set up a one-on-one with me and Brian, and we go through your goals of where you were, where you are, and where you want to see yourself get to. And you're going to set your own personal goals within acting that enhance your life. Okay? So that's the why behind all this. Thank you, young lady. What is that? Is that an applause?
Matilda.
Oh, Matilda. Go, Matilda.
So cute. Oh my gosh.
All right, so without further ado, Brian is going to be the one that is actually running the showcase because I've got a little role in it. So I got to get myself prepped for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Mr. Brian Sweeney.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, well, we're going to have to first fix the applause because they are weak sauce. Weak sauce, people. So throughout, I want big applause for everybody when they come up and when they finish their parts. We're going to do monologues first. So speaking of Matilda, I want you to go ahead and head over to this seat. You're going to be the first one to go. Okay, and then I'd like Rosalind right over here next to her on deck. You guys are first and second. The first section we're going to do is what we did in November, which is our monologues. Okay, so kids, where I'd like you, real quick, Matt, do we want them looking just at the listen wall, right? Or do we want them to turn to one of the cameras for the monologues?
For the monologues,
I forgot to ask you.
Jack, you have a camera for the monologue?
This guy?
The side? So we would just pull it to the middle?
Yeah, we can do that. So when the monologues are going, you guys are going to look, we
Just
want
past
right, what's that?
Just past it.
Right past the camera. As close as you can to the camera, ladies. You looking at me? Close as you can to the camera, but not right in the lens. Okay? If we end up looking right in the lens, pop quiz, who remembers what that's called? Yes?
Spike.
Spiking, that's right. In acting, if you look right in the camera, it's called spiking. Here's why. You shouldn't be looking into it because it breaks the reality zone. Unless it's intentional with something like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where he's literally directly talking to you as an audience and sort of breaking this world on purpose. Otherwise, you'll notice in movies, TV shows, they don't look at the camera. If they do, it's called spiking. Really cool. Way to know that, Maggie. Give up for Maggie. Come on, yeah! That's a little better with the applause. All right, now let's try a real applause. Guys, our next performer here is going to be, wait for it, Matilda. Let's give a round of applause for Matilda. Come on, nice and loud. Yeah, come on over, Matilda. You can stand right here and get connected.
Now, other than our stand-up section, that's the end of our microphone. So kids, you're going to have to be nice and loud when we're projecting our voices, okay? Go ahead and hit the mark there for me.
All right, once Matilda's in frame and she's all set, I'm going to call out 3, 2, 1, and everybody really loud is going to yell out action. It's something we do in class to get used to it for being on set, okay? All right. Matilda, look right past the camera. I want you to imagine somebody that you're talking to. Imagine that teacher. Remember we said imagine that real teacher to get us going. So close your eyes. Close your eyes, Matilda, for a second. Picture the real teacher. Raise your hand and keep them closed when you see the teacher in your mind. Great. You could open your eyes, look beyond the camera, pick a spot on the wall back there, see the teacher there. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1.
Action! A C. I got a C on my coat hanger sculpture.
Good. We're going to go again. Take a deep breath. double the volume, double the energy. Remember, you're really mad at her about this, okay? So take a breath, picture her again, upset, big volume, really mad at your teacher. Go.
A C. I got a C on my coat hanger sculpture. How could anyone get a C on coat hanger sculpture? Was I judged on the sculpture itself?
Let me ask you a question. And then you go into that, okay? Do you have your script with you? Okay, good. Grab, bring it to me fast as you can. It's great. I love the energy. Everybody see how much better that was with her emotion? Give her a round of applause for that. That was so good. Okay, so remember, when you're stuck, you just say line, stay in the motion, I'll give it to you. So it goes, may I ask a question? Then you go, was I judged on the piece of sculpture itself? Okay, go right from there, right beyond the camera, stay in that emotion, you're doing great, and action. May I ask you a question? Was I judged on the piece of sculpture itself?
Was I judged on the piece of sculpture itself? If so, is it not fair that I be judged on a part of my life over which I have no control? Or was I judged on my talent?
Or was I judged on my effort?
Or was I judged on my effort?
If I was judged on my effort, then I was judged unfairly.
If I was judged on my effort, then I was judged unfairly because I tried as hard as I could.
Now really stomp that into her. Say that same line. Because I tried as hard as I could.
Because I tried as hard as I could.
Was I judged on what I learned?
Was I judged on what I learned?
If so, then we're not you, my teacher.
Aren't you, my teacher, also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me?
Pause, look at her, and ask her the big question.
Are you willing to share my C?
Listen for her answer. Good, good, thank you.
An A minus, yeah. Yes, an A minus. That seems more reasonable. Thank you, Miss Othmar.
Give it up! Woo! All right. So come on down. We get our next actor up. Go ahead and get right there, okay? When somebody finishes, we want to get up as quickly as possible so that we can get through our monologues and then get over to our next part, okay? Okay.
I want to do the comedy now.
Okay, grab a seat. All right. Here we go, everyone. Look beyond the camera. Imagine. What's that?
I need a line. Do you have my script?
I don't have a script if you need lines. So, for
She
yours,
won't need lines. She's
you won't
solid.
need it. You got this. And if something happens, what do? Improv a little.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Who's on deck?
You're not going to need it. You're not going to need it. Next up on deck is Lene. Come on over. You're going to grab a seat over here, Lene.
Go ahead.
And then past Lene is going to be Maggie, who's our last monologue. And then we'll switch over to our stand-up portion. Okay, here we go, guys. Imagine.
Voice, Rosalind, connect. Here we
Imagine. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1.
Action!
Let's try that again. More energy. 3, 2, 1.
Action!
There we go.
I am a great speller. I always have been. Naturally, I won a spot in the district spelling bee. I could taste the W-I-N win. I made my parents kiss me every night after D-I-N-N-E-R dinner. I lived and breathed spelling. The big D-A-Y day finally arrived. I crushed all the other spellers enrolled in the competition. My B-R-O-T-H-E-R brother thinks it's annoying when I spell everything. But I don't C-A-R-E care in the least bit.
Woo! Yeah, Rosalind! Okay, Lene, come on up. Go to your spot right there on the mark.
Nice job.
Let's get the camera adjusted for her, please. Okay, Lene, to start, remember we're going to imagine somebody just like we practiced in our private lesson yesterday, okay? So close your eyes for a second while she gets you set. Start to picture that person you're talking to in your scene. Take a few nice deep breaths. Today's about F-U-N, fun. We're going to have a great time, okay? All right, look at the wall there and imagine your person on 3, 2, 1.
Action!
Great.
My brother just turned 10. Some people think that turning 10 is just another birthday, but it's not. It's the start of a new era. Once you turn 10, you're not a kid anymore. You're practically an adult. You get to take out the trash to the street. Can you believe it? To the street? I can't do that because I'm too small. But when I am 10, I'll be strong and tall.
I've been doing my push-ups.
I've been doing my push-ups every day to make sure that I'm up to 14.
But my brother says.
But my brother says the best part of turning 10 is checks from the grandparents. Double digits, baby. Cha-ching.
Yeah, good job. Woo! Okay, get on up. Our final performer for the, yeah, I love it. I love the energy. Our final performer for the monologue section here is going to close us out. It's Maggie, and she's doing a monologue called Grandma's House, okay? So Maggie, go ahead and pick your spot on the wall. Close your eyes first, just to picture and imagine. Take a nice deep breath. Very good. Open your eyes when you picture the person. Look at them right on the wall and start to feel. And 3, 2, 1.
Action! Do I have to go to Grandma's house?
I don't know what makes you think.
I don't know what makes you think going to Grandma's house is so fun. First of all, it smells like an antique store. Second of all,
I'm the one.
I'm the one who always gets stuck listening to her old stories.
Breath. Line.
And Dad, let's face it.
And Dad, let's face it.
Yeah.
And Dad, let's face it. The woman's a little crazy. The other day, I was going to grab a drink from the fridge and I heard her talking to someone. She was talking to Grandpa. She was asking him how much salt he wants in his stew. And he's been dead for 10 years.
Come on.
Come on, Dad. Oh, and come on. You and I...
And another thing.
Oh, and another thing. Grandma's cooking is awful.
Oh, what was that disgusting?
Oh, what was that disgusting thing she made for us last week?
Boiled.
Boiled
Okra.
Okra.
Yeah. So say that with disgust. Nice and slow. Yeah.
Okra?
Give it a little more with the line.
That's just wrong.
That's just wrong. Dad, do we have to go get... I mean, Christmas is only 4 months away, right?
Scene! Yeah! Woo! Way to go, girl! Oh, had some great character stuff in there. Okay, next we're going to move on to our stand-up comedy portion, okay? So, I adjusted the order here. So, first up is going to be Rosalind, okay? Followed by Maggie. So, Rosalind, go ahead and go to that T over there, okay? We're going to grab the mic. Where did that end up? Right here. Got it. Okay, so you can come grab that from me. Okay, come over here, Rosie. You got it? Okay, great. Okay, Rosie's first, then Maggie, okay? And then we're going to Ezra. So Ezra, go ahead and take that next seat, buddy. After Ezra, we're going to Matilda. Do you want to do your stand-up? Okay, we're going to Ethan to close us out. And I'll talk about this when Ethan comes up. But I'm excited because Matt talked about our program and growth. And so it's going to be really fun to see a few of these. Because like Rosalind, for example, and Ethan was here last year. So we had so much fun because he had the lessons we'd given him last year. And then he was able to advance them further and get challenged a little more and learn new things about stand-up, which was really cool. So because of that, Ethan's going to be our closer today for the stand-up portion, which is really fun. And again, closing just means that you put in a lot of work and we want to put you in that position because we know we're going to end on a bang. Okay, so thank you for that, Ethan, and your time here. We're excited. So we're going to pass it to Rosie for her stand-up. As we're going throughout, this is a laugh portion, meaning if something starts to make you laugh, lean into it. Let yourself laugh, okay? I feel some hesitancy on that. You don't have to fake laugh. We're not looking for that. But like if something makes you smile, laugh, lean into that because this is a joke portion. We wrote them specifically for that. And then a few students will be just telling jokes. And when that happens, we'll respond to those jokes, right? So if I said something like, how come seagulls never fly by the bay? You go, exactly, nice and loud. You'd say, why? Go ahead.
Why?
Because then they'd be bagels. And then we lean into that. Okay, so our first performer for stand-up is going to be Rosalind Deering. Let's give her a big round of applause. Woo! Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Now, you could have been anywhere tonight, and you chose to be here watching little old me do my stand-up comedy. I'm honored. Okay, so I'm gonna start by saying that I have a big family. And by big, I mean 3 brothers and a sister. If you're wondering whether or not you have a big family, just check to see if your car has more actual seatbelts than windows. My dad, he's the coach here, and people call him intimidating, but he's actually a really nice guy. Sometimes too nice. For example, he'll say, Rosalind, come over here, and I'll be like, why? And he's like, oh, I just want to love you. And then you come over, and then he hands you the baby, and it turns out it's one of his schemes to get you to change your diaper because he doesn't want to. But I'll tell you this, you are very lucky to have a big family on April Fool's Day. So many victims. Well, I have so much more to tell you about my family, and I wish I could, but I can't. So, it was so fun to talk to you tonight. Bye!
Yay, Rosalind! Woo!
Rosie.
Oh yeah, good change. Thank you.
I have some jokes for you today.
Yeah, give it up for Maggie! Woo! This could be one of those joke potions, so be nice and loud with the responses, guys. Go ahead.
What type of school do surfers go to?
I don't know, what?
Boarding school. Why did the giraffe skip a grade?
Why?
Because they were already in high school. Why did the girl study in the tree? Why? To get a higher education.
Those are the 3. Give it up for Maggie! Woo! I love it. Okay, passing the mic off. Thanks, buddy. Next up, guys, we have Ezra. Let's go! Woo!
So I want to tell you a story about my friends. So my best friend's name is Jake. Me and Jake made up this language. It's called Chavi. It might sound like some secret code or something, like we're a part of a spy mission, but nope. It's just us talking in a language no one else understands. So if you hear me saying something weird, probably Chavi.
Good. You're doing great, buddy. Keep looking at them, too. Look around the room. Have fun. Nice and loud. Double your voice. Keep going. So then I met this new
there was
kid.
this new kid at school named Jack. He has a mohawk, super cool. But guess what? He called Brooks a baby, and Brooks liked it. He's 7. And I'm like, Jack, you can't call someone a baby when you're only 2 days older than them. I mean, what next? Is he gonna start calling me a toddler because I still drink from squeezy pouches? So then recently I was hanging out with my baby cousin Caroline. She's just tiny, a few months old, and guess what? I made her laugh. And people were like, you should be a daycare worker. And I'm like, guys, I'm 7. I can't even reach a top shelf of the pantry. But sure, I'll babysit. But like, what even is babysitting? Do you just sit on the baby so I don't go anywhere? Like, is that the trick? So you just sit on them so you don't go anywhere? Because you're supposed to stay still. Is that the trick? Someone explain!
Good. Now look that direction and keep going. You're doing great, buddy.
So then I met a new friend named Rock. He already learned 2 new tricks at 1 billion years old. The 2 new tricks are sit and stay. I'm trying to teach him to roll over, but he just sits there. He doesn't complain too. He just normally just concentrates still and just stays around. I think everybody needs a pet rock.
Yeah! Woo! Great job, buddy. That was awesome. All right, pass it off to your brother. All right, Ethan, close us out. Let's get a big round of applause for the last stand-up comedian of the day. Woo-hoo!
Okay.
Good. Hold the mic a little closer and double your volume, buddy.
Okay. So I'd like to tell you about a party.
Doing great. Restart, relax, connect, and you have done the work on this stuff, so you have the freedom to improvise a little. Remember, it's stand-up comedy, so I want to do something for you here really fun. I want you to go behind the curtain here in a second, okay? And you're going to come out with a lot of energy when you're ready, and we're going to give you a huge round of applause to inject energy and improv a little. If you get stuck on something, just play around, you know? You have the ability to do that where you're at, okay? Just because we don't have a printed script for you, right? And you don't need one, right? Unless you have one, then I can take it, but I think you can just improv and have fun with it, okay? Go behind the curtain. It's going to be awesome. Right, this one in here, right over here. You're going to like burst through with a lot of energy. The one in the middle, Ethan, in the middle. That one, that's right. Okay, awesome. When you're ready, burst out with energy. We're going to crush it with the applause for him. He's picking his spot.
Who's ready?
Yeah! Ethan! Oh, we love you! Yeah!
So, last summer, I went to Chicago with my family, and we had to go to this big party with family and friends. For the party, he only knew 9 cousins. When we got there, it's like the cousin factory had a Black Friday sale. There are 309 people claiming to be related to me. And I'm standing there like, what in the Ancestry.com is going on here? Did y'all multiply in the drive over? So I start running around, and all the people at the party hear me shouting, family or friend? One guy tells me we're second cousins. I'm like, second to what? You didn't make the cut for first? This party was so confusing. I met an uncle who kept calling me by the wrong name. Didn't even correct him. I'm like, you know what? Today I'm Kevin. And when they were saying their names, before answering my question of family or friend, their name was the only part I didn't remember. By the time I left, I met 309 cousins. Still only knew the names of the same 9 I started with. It's like playing Pokemon, except I couldn't catch any of their names.
Yeah! Give it up for Ethan! Come on, there we go. Oh, yeah.
See, that's the Ethan I know right there. I love it. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do next is we're going to do our sketch. So while I'm talking, I want you guys to get up and start getting into your positions. So Alex is going to start setting up, and Jack is going to get the cameras kind of set. So I want us to get into our spots and get connected. I want to talk about this portion real quick to the parents.
Take it to the end.
Okay? So you guys quietly kind of get your props, get everything you need. Okay? So what we did here is we wrote a sketch, which is very stressful. Very, very stressful. But we do this part because it's such an important skill, nowadays especially with the technology we have, that these kids learn the importance of the creative side of writing and creating their own ideas. So we took this on week 1, and we took a shell concept from the past few years called Kids Air, which is basically the idea of taking, if kids ran an airline, what would that look like? So we had a sketch writing that was already there, and then we took each of these kids and we made adjustments. We started talking about who would fit into which role really well, who wanted to play which thing, what energy would match with what character, which gets them to just start thinking about what kind of characters they could play and what kind of tough stuff they could do. And you guys, parents, are a huge part of this, because at home, we can film stuff on our phones, and I talk to parents a lot about this who go, well, I don't want my kids online or on social. 100% understand that, okay? So with that, what you can do, and I'm sure some of you already do this, you film it internally for yourself as if you were producing it, and then you just don't put it out there. Why? What's the point? Because they get the skill of building it, like we talked about with our program. They get to do something, put in the work, create the characters, and then down the line, if they decide to keep doing this, they have all those skills. And when they hit the market, if you will, they crush it. And everybody's like, how are they so good? Well, they put in years of work that you don't get to see. So as parents, that's something you could be doing with them, like really encouraging them, filming them for their commercials, for their monologues, for whatever they're doing, for sketches, and have them do stuff like that so they get used to the camera, which is a huge part of why we have it in our program. So to wrap up today, they're going to each be playing a character in a sketch called Kids Air. And again, in comedy, the idea is when you put up comedy, you find something that's normal and you add a weird to it, and then they play the weird as if it was their normal. You'll see that in any SNL sketch, any scene, so that's what we did for today, okay? Are we about ready to come into positions and stuff? Okay, when this is wrapped, we're going to give them a big round of applause. I'm going to do a couple announcements, and then we do have a cool step and repeat behind this curtain for taking photos and stuff after class. So feel free to stick around, take some family photos, take some photos of them. It's going to be really fun. Okay? All right. So without further ado, we're going to get into our sketch for the day called Kids Air. Let's all get into our positions and let's give them a big round of applause. And I will start this sketch the same way as I start everything else. We'll go 3, 2, 1, and since it's our last time, I want the most energy we've had so far tonight with action, guys. Okay. All right.
Get into character, everyone. Imagine your world, picture the walls, picture everything around you. And 3, 2, 1.
Action!
Welcome to Kids Air. How can we help you?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm just wanted to come here and pay for my flight, actually. So,
Yeah, sure.
Louder.
Oh, yeah, sure.
here you go. Here's a visa.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We don't take credit cards here.
You don't take credit cards.
No, I apologize.
That's okay. Well, that's weird. Okay, I guess try to find some cash.
Sorry, sir. We don't take cash either.
You don't take cash and you don't take credit cards. How am I supposed to pay for the flight?
In candy.
Candy?
Yeah.
You want me to pay for the flight in candy?
That's right, sir. We accept all the major brands.
Okay, I was gonna eat this on the flight. It's just a
That will work.
chuck.
Here's your ticket, and our security check-in is right over there. Hey.
Okay. Hi, my ticket. I'm here for kids flight A7. They said I'd just come through here. I'll just put my here. Okay. Put that
Looking
there.
real serious, Matilda. Get in your serious security face. Look at Matt. Serious. Focus. Right at him.
So I just kind of walk through the security here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Louder. Say yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Beep.
I'm sorry. Is there a problem?
Yeah, there was a beep. Go through again. Beep. Is there something in your pocket, Soul?
I know I. Oh my gosh, I am so embarrassed. You guys, okay, look, I keep this pocket knife on me. Just kind of like, I didn't even know. I'll throw it in the trash right now. I'm so sorry.
Not a problem, sir. Pocket knife is perfectly acceptable.
It's okay that I have a knife on the fly?
Of course. However, my scan did pick up something else.
There's nothing else. I have these 2 packs of M&Ms.
That's what I thought. We're gonna need to confiscate those.
You're taking my... Little suspicious. Oh, they said I was supposed to go this way. I'm looking for kids flight A7.
Great, that's it. I'm right aboard, sir.
This is the flight? All I see are folding chairs.
Don't worry, sir. This is just staging. Now come aboard. The safety announcement is about to begin.
This is so okay. All right.
Welcome. For your safety, there are seatbelts.
God.
But let's be honest. Unclick. Seatbelts. Now, in case we crash, there's a few things for you to know. And pay attention, because we crash a lot.
Wait, you crash a lot?
That's right, sir. Now, if the plane starts to go down, juice box will fall from the ceiling.
A juice box?
They're good. And under your seat cushion, there's a stuffy for you to cuddle with.
All right, that's kind of nice. Guys, I'm getting out of here.
Not so fast, sir. Enjoy your cash. You need to sit down, sir. Sit.
Aren't you two the pilots?
Yes, but we're also Secret Service agents.
Aha.
Open your back, sir.
I didn't do anything. I just stood up.
Aha. Just what I thought.
Louder?
Aha. Just what I thought.
Even louder.
Aha. Just what I thought. Family size assorted candy.
Wait.
We'll be taking those. We're going to take those. And be happy. Give us a 5-star review, please.
You know this is worse than Southwest, right?
Please give us a 5-star review. Hope you enjoyed the crash. Yes. Oh yeah. One of us is driving, so enjoy the crash. To a deserted island.
And scene! Yay! Woo! Let them improv a little at the end.
Little improv, man.
Little
Good
improv,
job, guys.
you know, because they know how to improv, and also I couldn't remember when it ended.
All right, really quick, guys. Let's get all our students up here, right in the middle, please. Right in the middle. I'm gonna scratch these. Yep. We're gonna do a quick class photo. You mind taking that, Alex, real quick? Great. Come in nice and close, guys. We're too far out right now. Really close together. Maybe arms around each other, even closer. Like way close, way close. Yeah, there you go. Kind of tilt it. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Still there. Now stay there. Come around to this side a little, so we're turning. Yeah. Oh, not all the way, like that. Looking right at Alex's camera, okay? We want everybody to smile. We'll share this photo too in an email with you guys. Okay, good. Now let's get a couple silly faces. Super silly sketch faces. In 3, 2, 1.
Nice
Amazing.
one.
Give these guys one more round of applause. Come on now. Come on. I love it. Come on down. All right, we are right at time. So like I said, we do have those photo things behind us, and we'll leave it there. And so you have about 10 minutes to be able to take photos before we have to switch over to our teen class. While we're doing that, our staff's going to kind of readjust to make everything nice for the teens. I want to thank you guys again. Remember, these showcases are meant for the evals, okay? So here's what that means. When you get home, today or whenever this week, you're going to sit down and watch the video with them. You're going to fill out your evaluation form that is on your portal. If you have any trouble getting to that, reach out to us. We'll make sure to get you taken care of. What that is a chance for them to show, here's where I'm at, here's how I feel about my performance. So really help them to think of answers based on what they see. In our evaluation meeting, which is a Zoom meeting you'll schedule, it's all there on the portal, then we will talk about that. We'll talk about how they did, and we'll talk about the next 3 months, okay? Can you give me my clipboard there, Alex? So we have the whole year planned out. But the way we do our program is it changes every time in the moment. Can you give me the sheet that talks about the program? So every class is different depending on who's sitting in the room. Like I mentioned, Ethan was here last year, so I make adjustments, showcase is over, to his to make sure he's challenged. We adjust certain things, but the topics will stay the same, and that's what's so cool. So we're wrapping up here our comedy section, and we're going into drama now. Months will be all about drama, and there'll be different topics every month. So in our eval, we'll talk about that. Find yourself a dramatic monologue, okay? And find one that you think would be really good for you, okay? So don't just grab a random drama and go, okay, I just found this. If you have trouble finding them, reach out and we'll do our best to help you, okay? But I want to look at Rosalind and go, what would be a really fun one for you? What kind of character would you like to play? They can play older. However, if you can find one that's in their age, it's even better. Okay, but I understand monologues can be really hard to find. If they're like, oh, I just love Dorothy. Can I play Dorothy? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely. So it's just like, do our best to find one that's going to be fun for them. They can start beginning to memorize, but really it's about bringing it in and selecting. Week 1, we're going to talk memorization and how we build that skill. Okay? It's going to be an awesome quarter. We're really excited. Next week, we don't have class, but we're back the week after. Okay? Same as always. And we're excited to do your evals next week. So let's give one more round of applause for these amazing kids. Woo! Kids, give a round of applause for your parents for showing up. Thank you so much. Everybody online, thank you for watching. We will see you guys next showcase.
Have a great night. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Woohoo! All right. Oh, yeah. Pull it, Ethan. Let's go. Can we play some music?